brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
So today we're taking a look at some of the actors that have been rumored to maybe be portraying John Stewart in James Gunn's DCU. First of all, John Stewart is one of my favorite characters. As a kid, loved growing him up, seeing a black Green Lantern. It did so much for me as a child that I don't even realize that it did. So naturally, I didn't even know that Hal Jordan was the first Green Lantern. I always thought it was John Stewart because I grew up on that DC animated series. So I'm gonna give a list of some actors that I think could do a really good job, some of the people that have been rumored to be for the role, and who my top choice would be. One of them at the top is John Boyega, who obviously did a fantastic job, I feel, as Finn in the Star Wars universe. Thing is, I haven't really seen him really command the screen in anything outside of that. I feel like Pacific Rim Uprising was a good movie for him, but it didn't really showcase what he can do. But I still believe that John Boyega could do it. I think he would bring a very youthful energy to John Stewart, something that maybe would be like a refreshing take. So he wouldn't be my first choice, but I could see it. Next, Sterling K. Brown. Sterling K. Brown is a fantastic actor. He's known for his performance as Black Panther, which, is absolutely incredible. Of course, my favorite performance from him comes from Brooklyn Nine-Nine when he's talking with Captain Holt.
Doctor, huh? It's funny when people call dentists doctor.
We are doctors. We do 4 years of medical school.
Yeah, it's called dental school.
But we learn about the entire body.
Yeah, but if you had cancer, you can call it dentist.
It's actually harder to get into dental school than medical school.
Why? Because there are fewer dental schools. Because most people want to become actual doctors.
That's ridiculous. It's not like we're college professors calling ourselves doctors.
It's not the same thing, my friend.
Sure it is. When someone has a heart attack on a plane, do they yell out, yo, does anybody here have an art history PhD?
A PhD is a doctorate. It's literally describing a doctor.
Maybe let's refocus.
No, the problem here is that medical practitioners have co-opted the word doctor.
Okay, Captain.
Now, I know we live in a world where anything can mean anything, and nobody even cares about etymology. Apparently that's a trigger for me.
Yeah.
I feel like Sterling K. Brown has the range to do whatever is required of John Stewart. Whatever direction they want to go, if he's going to be more serious, if he's going to be more funny. I feel like out of all these actors, I trust the range of Sterling K. Brown the most. Next is John David Washington. This kind of feels like almost like a safe pick to me, because he's already been so established. It just kind of feels like, well, John David Washington's done all this stuff, he's already rising, let's just cast him. And at this point, it almost feels inevitable. Like, if DC wants to offer him the role, I think he would take it. Maybe, I'd love to see Christopher Nolan direct a Green Lantern movie. That would be awesome, since they already worked together on Tenet. But either way, I think he would do a great job. I think it would definitely be like a more serious performance. And again, I watched The Creator recently. I haven't seen as much range as I would think I would have gotten from John David Washington. So I don't know. It's kind of up in the air for me. I feel like he'd definitely be my third choice, but there's a couple more actors on here that I feel like I would choose John David Washington if these two guys said no. So next is Rege Jean, apologize if I say the name right, we'll say the name wrong, but Rege Jean-Page. A lot of people know him from Bridgerton, but I personally know him from the show called For the People. And he was fantastic on that show. I really loved the depth of his character. He played Leonard Knox on For the People. And if you watch that show, then you understand why I think I would be really excited to see him cast as Green Lantern, especially because it would be one of those, actors that I discovered before he got big and got the big movie role. So I think he could be fantastic. He brings a lot of nuance. Throughout that show, he had a lot of charisma and cockiness. And I think he did that well in Bridgerton as well. And so seeing how that would translate to John Stewart, because he also had, depth and emotion and feelings to his character. So that would be a fantastic casting that I would love to see. But lastly, my number one choice is going to be Aldis Hodge. It's got to be Aldis Hodge. Love Aldis Hodge. He's one of my favorite actors. He was my choice to play Black Panther way back in the day. I almost started a campaign for it because I knew him back when he started off in Leverage. And Leverage was one of my favorite TV shows as a kid growing up. And my favorite character in Leverage was always Hardison. He was hilarious. He was perfect. And I think he would do an excellent job portraying John Stewart. Probably most famous for playing Hawkman in Black Adam. But he's had some really incredible roles, in Last Night in Miami. I saw that movie recently, and he played Jim Brown. And I feel like he kind of got pushed to the background behind Sam Cooke and Kingsley Ben-Adir. They were kind of the stars of that movie, a little bit more. Jim Brown's story wasn't as like pronounced in it. But if you watch Brian Banks, Aldis Hodge delivers a standout performance. It's a really powerful story. I think Aldis Hodge he's one of my favorite actors of all time. I think, like, in my personal DCU like fan casting, he is John Stewart all the way. I would have cast him, it would have already been set. So I think he would be obviously a fantastic choice. You know, we'll see. And I think his performance as Hawkman was good, but I feel like they kind of held him back. I would love to see him in a Green Lantern movie where he's the main character, but if James Cobb does like a buddy cop Lantern thing, Aldis Hodge can play off of anybody, and I mean anybody.
Go.
Go? What you mean go?
Because it was your idea.
No. It's my information. It's Nate's idea to do this nastiness.
So that'll be really, really exciting to see, and I can't wait. So yeah, that's it for today, and thank you for watching. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe.